the the rain and the long shot of the hills, and then we get the title drop of the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and then what I wrote next
Is it
was
okay if I ask you a couple questions throughout this?
I don't care, sure.
How did you feel that the song started playing and then he instantly started shitting and he literally shit on Game of Thrones?
So that was
Like,
so so the comedy in this show, the timing is perfect. One. And then
we'll get there, Blair.
yeah. Um so nextly, what I said was the flashbacks being used in a way to actually enhance the plot of the story and show respect to who Dunk believes is a real knight. So if you look at a lot of the flashbacks within the first episode, it's about him and Sir Arlen of Pennytree, and we're getting like little bits of like their relationship, and then they kind of drip feed it to you throughout the first three
Dude,
episodes.
I love Sir Arlen's like as like a person, right? Like
Yeah,
he's really he kind of gives you that it's like a hard ass Jiraiya.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
he's
yeah.
not really all gung ho about everything, but he does what's right. But like he whores and drinks and things like that. And
So
but he also will like backhand a kid if he's acting out of place. And like we
I
don't
could be
actually
sorry.
know. Here's the thing, Roman. I don't know if you caught up on this. When they ask him how did he knight you, he just goes, "Sir Arlen, will I ever become a knight?" He just goes, "Oh yeah."
I watched every episode, so yeah.
And I think that's what the shrug is. I think the shrug is
Mhm.
him going like, "I don't know, are you?"
So I could
So
be
if you
wrong.
ever really know the question. But
I could be
anyway, you
wrong.
continue. I'm sorry.
I could be wrong, but it feels like this show is being filmed on location, and it's very much appreciated to me because
It is
it feels too legit. Like the rain shots, the shots of like the wind and like go like you can tell when it's when it's like CGI or they're doing like a green screen. It's too real for it to just be like, oh well, they're putting into the CGI the wind going against trees. No, that looks
yeah.
very real. And then the part that made me laugh, and I get it, it's not being used in that way, but when I heard "Stop graping, sir," it made me laugh so hard, and I just don't know why. And then when he was shitting next to the tree, I was like, "Yo, this is different." And then the tree
It's
that
very
he was hanging
comedic.
out at,
It is a
yeah,
comedic show.
the tree that he was hanging out at looked like the Whomping Willow. So which Roland pointed out to me, it is a willow tree, but um, so I loved the violin once him and the horses start on their journey. The music is superb, and then I
Yeah.
was very wrong about this note, but I said I like that everyone in this show is nice so far. And then literally the second after that, he meets Egg. And Egg was just not very nice to him at first. And like, I told Roland, I was like, I don't like Egg much. But he just told me to, keep on watching. And then when he shows up at the like tournament, I literally put into the notes, the PA Ren Fair, because like it literally looked like
Well,
the Ren Fair. So and then I said I would low key love to just be like around that for like a like day or two. That would be cool. And then when he's walking out of the door after talking to the game master and he hits his head, I was like, that's so me.
bro, the game master is fucking great too. With his just a
Yeah, yeah,
like,
and
and
then
then it transitions into a scene where he spits like
Yeah. And then another thing that I noticed was that everyone was making fun of him being a hedge knight. Um and then other just put into all caps, dragons, dragons. And then the next thing that I saw or that I wrote down, I was like, yo, turkey legs. And I um the quote at the end of the episode. So the luck is ours alone is so cool. And then Egg's smile
Other nature
is
knights
just
among you is fucking insane.
well, that one was from episode 4. Now we
I
get to
know.
episode 2. Now we get
I
to
know.
episode 2. Roland, Corey, I want to preface this. Roland is a fake friend because when he told me that there was Schlong on this show, he didn't tell me that it was going to be old man Schlong and that it was going to be the size of like my hand. Okay, I was not
It's
told that.
literally a George R. R. Martin property. You should expect Dick in the show.
Yes, I understand that, but not this big, homie. Not
Why are you
that
Yo,
big.
complaining?
Sir Harlan's packing, bro. Good for him. Like, I don't know. Like, it's
Roman,
hilarious.
out of the three of us, why are you the one complaining about seeing penis?
Because he wishes he could have
So
it.
you know,
I'm sorry.
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny. So, so we kind of get some like exposition stuff, and then that's when Baylor shows up, bro.
Baylor's
he
the man.
Baylor
No, Baylor's
Targaryen
Mm.
is sick, right?
Roman,
And
is he an
then
exception?
Baylor potentially.
Mm.
We can play this game.
So then the next thing that I wrote down was because one of the Kingsguard is named Roland. And so,
Yes.
so I literally, pointed
Sir
pointed that
Roland.
out. And also they're dude, the Kingsguard is white armor is sick. And
Dude, their
then
armor's
I
actually
first
the most book. From what I heard, it's the most book accurate in this.
yeah. And then when he got into the lists, I was like, dude, it's on now. I was hype. And then the tug of war with the violin, bro, was so
Dude, I
cool.
love fucking Baratheon. He's the man.
So
Yeah.
let me get this straight. They have Squid Games and Epstein files in this show.
Essentially.
Okay.
I mean,
Wait.
listen, this is
Wait,
the year
well, it's
of
a
our
medieval
Lord.
game.
This is the year
But-
of our Lord 2026, Corey.
Well, no, I've already explained who a hedge knight is
Right.
when I reviewed episodes. Like,
and then
he is a knight. I'll reiterate it. Sir Arlen was a knight that was basically a bounty hunter in a way. Like, he would just do the right thing, though. He was a wandering Jedi,
yeah,
but he was gruff. He was gruff, right? So, like, he would whore and drink, but he found an orphan and he raised up the orphan. And we don't know whether or not the orphan ever actually got knighted, but Sir Arlen died and he took it up and he knew there was a tournament nearby. So he decides to go enlist in said tournament. And people end up just loving him because he's one of the only good people in Westeros. He's just so honest. Like, one of my favorite lines in the show is in episode 1, Roman. I don't know if you caught this. When it's Lionel Baratheon, right? Okay. By the way, he's also great in The Gentleman. But Lionel
I've never
Baratheon,
seen that show. So
That show's so fucking good. We should do that for Patreon. We really should. That's a good one to do for that. You love it. But Lionel Baratheon. Yes, there we go. That works. I mean, I said Wandering Jedi because it was cooler, but Wandering Jedi and Wandering Samurai are pretty much interchangeable. Also, Liquid Sword 29. Nice to see you. Thanks for being here.
What a
I don't think
name.
I don't think I've seen that name here before, but I really dig it. Hell yeah. But anyway, what I would say is he's like by episode 3, people are really fucking with him. But Lionel starts fucking with him first. And that's because he shows up and he's like, "You've been eating the food in my tent. You've been hanging out in here. You've been doing all this other shit. Why are you here? And who are you from?" And he's like, "Well, I'm a nobody. And I saw food." And he's like, "You saw food. I like this guy." And they just become friends, bro. It's freaking great.
So we made it now to episode 3, and the first thing that I picked up on was that, Roland, I don't know if you caught this, but they had a different title card for episode 3, because like all of the other ones are black and this one was white. And
Yes.
yeah, I mean,
And well, yeah, that would make sense. And is that the one that starts with thunder or no? No, that's 4. 4 starts with thunder, right?
yes, 4 starts with thunder, but I also wrote down that I loved the dynamic between Egg and the the horse, and that training scene where Egg is training Thunder is
isn't that
is
4 or is that 3?
no. This is episode 3. This is
Okay, that's what I was asking. That's Thunder when he's
oh
training Thunder.
yeah. Okay, episode 3. Yeah. So
Can we also talk about real fast? Can we go back to episode 1 where you had to sell Pridefoot or what was her name? The horse he had to sell. That was a great scene.
Oh yeah.
Also, the scene where he gets the eggs and he makes breakfast, bro. Come on.
I actually literally put that down. I was like, bro, he made egg sandwiches.
Bro, we
like,
gotta go camping and do that. Corey, when are we doing the Skyrim stream?
Don't know. We gotta aim to do it like before. Here's the question: do you want to do it before or after I come back?
Before.
Okay.
The Elder Scrolls stream where we make Elder Scrolls food? Yeah, before.
Dude, you should come here because we got a bigger kitchen.
No, it doesn't look like a tavern. My living room or my dining room looks like I can make it look like a tavern very easily.
Yeah, but we have more space here.
Let's talk about this when we're not live. Let's talk about this when we're not live.
We gotta do this. Though. We could go rent a cabin and do it there.
So
exactly. Might be an idea.
So another thing that I pointed out was that the heart-to-hearts between Dunk and Egg on the show I really liked, and I think I really like how Egg proved himself to be a good squire, and he just throughout the first 3 episodes is really just kind of like down to he's just down for down for Dunk's cause. And bro, the ending scene the ending scene, bro, when Arian calls Egg brother, bro, I was like, yo, bro, what? I was like, oh, he's Aegon. And for those of you that don't know, Aegon's mentioned in Game of Thrones. So I was like, yo,
By
and
who?
I
Our boy
forget.
Aemon.
I forget. It is
Aemon
by
Targaryen,
Aemon.
the old man Maester.
Yeah.
Has to watch.
Yeah.
And he's taught when he's
And
dying, he's blind. When he's dying, he's like, I can see Duncan Egg. Like, yeah. Little
yeah.
Dunk, little egg. He's like
And
110 shit when he dies.
yeah. And so now that we're on to episode 4.
Well, no,
Y'all.
dude, we gotta talk about everything that happens there. Other than like the fact that like Arian
Well,
literally is breaking her fingers because she is killing a dragon in a puppet show.
yes. Yes. Yeah.
And
Which
like
is heresy to them. Like it's
but Arian's also like he's a piece of shit. Like
yeah.
we find out later what he did to torture his brother in a way. But like he's literally breaking her fingers back.
Yeah, you see it like he's like breaking her
Like
finger. Like
he's
it's
killing her.
nasty.
He's
It's
killing her
gnarly.
way of a life. Realistically,
Yeah.
he's not killing her.
Yeah.
But she can't be a puppeteer if she doesn't have fingers.
Well, that was
You know
why
what I mean?
Dunk was going like so hard on him, and Dunk.
Yeah, and then they're about
Dunk
to
actually,
curb stomp him on the stage, bro. Like you got to talk about this
yeah.
shit.
Well, but if it if you notice, Roland, Dunk actually got a few shots in there too before they like
He
beat him
did,
away.
yeah. He broke it. He
Yeah.
broke his tooth and he kicked him down, which means they literally say in the next episode you'll lose a hand and a foot.
Yep. And so but as we'll see,
Somebody's Discord's
the
going off.
Yeah, it's mine.
it's not mine. Yeah, I was going to say it's not mine. No, but so what the thing is that I also just wanted to comment real fast. I think that the armor is a real one for lowering the price of Dunk's armor because it's not even so much the it's the silent acting where you can tell that the armor feels for Dunk without saying it, so he lowers the price that Dunk would have to pay. And
Well, no,
as we'll
he
see later,
literally hold on. He literally says it. He says, "For you, a copper. A copper is like a
yeah, no,
dollar."
right, yeah, but bruh, muffler, chill out, bro. No, but there was
I don't know what
like
that means.
a 45-second little kind of break where like he's like staring at him, and then like because like Dunk says, I kind of can't pay for the price that he was like asking for, and but so the point that I was saying was in my notes I put the armor is a real one for lowering the price of Dunk's things, but I just have to say that when he goes in in episode 3 to protect her, bro, that is, at least in my eyes, a very noble thing.
What about the
Because
conversation that was happening before that? And I'm gonna let you finish, but then go into that.
well, so
No. Continue what you were saying, but then go into the conversation that was happening before that, like between
right,
him and Raymond.
well, actually, so I remember the, him and Raymond, because Raymond is someone who we meet in the first episode, and he's getting the hell beaten out of him by his by his cousin when we first meet him. Because his cousin's a talented knight, and Raymond
Roman, I think you
was
me. I wanted you to finish your point, but then just talk about that afterwards.
the point that I'm making, though. I'm trying to get
Okay,
more into
I'm
the
just making sure you
backstory.
didn't misunderstand me. All right, that's all. Like I wasn't trying to like derail you. I was just trying to give you
Well,
something to talk about afterwards.
so so basically, Raymond uh was the cousin of he's basically Stefan's cousin, and when we meet Stefan, he's kind of not kind of, he is just a flat out douche. And but
Yeah.
the point is, Raymond is nice to Dunk. He doesn't like outwardly judge Dunk for being a hedge knight, right? And so
Raymond's is
Dunk,
G. He is Podrick. He's Podrick Payne of this.
yeah. And he helps Dunk to get food, things like that and such. And I'm trying to remember in my head, because what I wrote for that conversation,
I'm glad you're remembering it in your head and not somewhere else.
Sam. Anyway, um, so what I wrote for that conversation was, I like, I like what they're saying, but I didn't I have to get better at writing notes. But the point is that I just know that Raymond's a cool ass character, and we will see that in this upcoming episode. But Raymond and Dunk are talking, and then they get interrupted by Egg's
What
brother
are they
Arian.
talking about, though, Roman? Fuck the Targaryens,
I'm
basically.
trying to. Well, yeah, I mean they were
Raymond
basically like,
literally says they're incestuous aliens.
essentially, yeah. I mean that is
No, not
basically what they
essentially. That's what he says. Those are his exact
that
words.
right.
What do you think about that scene where the Fossaways are going against them? In a way.
I mean, well, I mean, I think it's cool because the Targaryens are always kind of the prominent ones when it comes to this universe. So it's kind of nice to see um the Fossaways finally standing against the Targaryens.
Like the full on
And
Fossaways, though, it's only one of them. It just
well,
shows that the people. Like, remember when Arian killed the horse, bro? Nobody was fucking with that. So they were doing a
yeah,
joust. He like shoved the spear through the neck of the horse and feigned ignorance.
yeah, and that if
Excuse me.
I think if I'm remembering right, that also caused that caused a riot, I think.
He did, yes.
Yes. Yeah, but
Not
so
really a riot, but more of a protest, I would say. But
well, right. But so yes, now that you've brought that back into my head, yes. So we are getting some, if you're a fan of Game of Thrones, you already know the, exposition, but there we're talking about how the, Targaryens are not such nice people. And then we
also,
get
the
the end of the,
dragons don't even have dragons anymore.
yeah. And so then that's when we get, Arian breaking the, puppeteer's finger, and then we get the zinger at the end of the episode where Arian calls Egg brother, and yeah. And then episode 4, I wrote, is Egg to be, trusted, because Egg is in there with Dunk in his cell trying to kind of tell him like, yeah, like I kind of was just like he didn't say that he was using him, but he kind of was just using Dunk as a way out, kind of sort of. And he wanted to not be a Targaryen, basically. But then like Dunk at first is just like not having it. And so, what I put was like, damn, this is literally their like, breakup scene where like you kind of basically get this in like, a lot of media. Like it happens to Shrek and Donkey. It happens to like it happens in like a lot of media where like you will get this bond that's formed between two characters, and then there's some sort of conflict that happens that, drives them apart. Generally, it has to do with lies. But in this case, it was just like kind of in a way Egg using Dunk, but Egg grew on me to the point where I really think that he's telling the truth when he is telling Dunk when Dunk is locked up, that he didn't mean to harm Dunk. He just wanted to help him to be a good knight. And when he goes to see Baelor, what I put down was a bonfire in the middle of the room is badass, right? And so basically Dunk kind of is trying to like not beg for his freedom, but he's trying to weigh all of his options. And he challenges Arian to, trial by combat. And then Arian said, and then Arian says a trial of 7, because he thinks that there's not going to be 7 people that side with, Dunk, right?
Well, here's the
And
thing:
then
you also have to factor in that Makar is like, what the fuck's a trial by 7? And I
right.
did hear Ryan from G&G, like Ryan Kennel RKL post. He was like, Makar wouldn't act that way. He would have known what that is. But regardless, a trial by 7 was only done once, and that was done by Magor the Cruel, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, it's Magor the Cruel. And everybody died pretty much except for him. It's only been done once. It's an old handout thing.
Yeah. So
Bless you.
So, God bless you, Corey. So basically, Dunk agrees to the trial of 7, and he goes and he tries to form the Avengers, right? Stefan uh joins Dunk, and we'll get to that later. But so then Stefan says that he's going to bring some friends to help out, right? And oh no.
Oh my God, here he is, Crimson Law!
Oh my God.
What's going on, Crim? The Crim de la Crim? What's happening?
Yes, my mother twitted my fucking temples!
What the fuck did I just hear come out of your mouth?
Whose mouth? My mouth?
Yeah.
What?
Also, why you got that fucking yee ass Boruto haircut?
Yo, that's crazy.
No.
Get some
No.
bitches on your dick.
Nah. I ain't messing with that.
All right, now that he's gone, I am here to talk about, the greatest thing to ever exist, Rent a Girlfriend.
No. No.
Are you okay? Is everyone just having
Here's
like a
me.
mental fucking break today? Is everyone
How?
losing their mind?
Dude, I haven't had a mental
How?
fucking break all week.
How dare you compare me to Burrito? How dare you? How dare you? I don't look like Boruto, okay? I
Yeah,
don't
somehow
look like
you look
Boruto.
more gay than Boruto. Have you seen his latest design?
No, I haven't, because I don't care. What does he look like?
He looks like
Does it look like a fuck
I don't know how
boy?
to describe it, but when the new announcement or the new design for I think Two Blue Vortex came out, people started memeing on it by posting an image of like an actual like gay dude who's like some influencer.
Brother, I don't look like Boruto. What are you talking about? I don't look like him. Stop. My hair's not. I don't have.
Stop.
No.
Ron, stop.
I don't have yellow.
Oh.
I don't have yellow Cheetos on my head. Okay. Okay. I don't.
Oh my god, he's
All
got
right.
Gina
that
says we can arrange that.
I don't have yellow Cheetos on my head. Okay.
I can put a bag of Cheetos on your head.
Crimson, you better check yourself because you are not going to come on to my
Because
show.
you gotta
and
wreck
call me-
yourself, fool!
You better check yourself because you're not gonna come on to my show and call me Boruto. Okay? I'm not Boruto. You're Boruto. Okay?
Oh!
You are Boruto.
Oh.
You are Boruto, Crimson. Okay? Now, before I was interrupted,
No.
did you want to say something, Corey?
No, I'm just straight chilling. I've no idea what's happening, but I'm kind of just having fun sitting here.
I mean, that's kind of the whole point, isn't it?
Apologies.
Anyway,
Meh.
nah,
Corey, you'll be
nah,
very
man, it's fine.
involved in the next. Corey, you'll be extremely involved in the next topic.
Alrighty.
We're almost
Yeah,
done.
trust me. Yeah, trust me.
Oh,
So after Stefan joins up with Dunk's cause, and says that he's going to bring some friends.
What does he
We
say?
get
He
some-
says Hungarian, Baratheon, Lionel.
Oh,
Who else? Harding, Lannister.
Yes, and then he says that he says that you will not die on my watch, sir, or like yes, that's what he says.
But
And
here's the
then-
funny thing: like the Lannisters in the next episode are in the crowd and they're watching very intently.
Yeah.
Where are those stringy strings?
So then we get the exposition, and Roland mentioned this last week, but I didn't like. It's not that I didn't believe him, but I had to see it for myself. Not that I wanted to see it, but we get some exposition about Arian and Dunk, and we were not Arian and Dunk, Arian and Egg, and we get to really like it's just messed up. He tried to.
He literally would climb into his bed, put a knife to him, and say, "I got too many brothers that can make you a sister.
Yeah.
Kill that fucker."
Yeah, that was and then they mentioned marriage, and I was like, what? But then I remembered that it was the Targaryens, and I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense for them.
I think he
And then-
says, "I'll turn you into my sister and I'll marry you," or some shit.
Yes. Yeah,
We love that.
which is extremely messed up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we love that.
So
Well, obviously, I think he was just doing it to be evil. Like, I don't think obviously he realizes that's not fucking possible. But like,
yeah, but
Arian's
So-
just being a piece of shit to be a piece of shit.
So the next part of my notes is when Dunk gets his shield. I loved it, bro. thought it was a sick design, and I also loved his armor. It was like not too simple, but not too complex, and he actually looked like a knight, right? And then when I saw Baratheon, bro, I was like, yo, homie's here? Because like him
Yeah, I know
him
Baratheon looks sick as fuck.
yeah, but no, but like I'm saying though, I didn't trust him when he meets Dunk in like, episode 2.
Oh, dude,
But no.
I trusted him. He seems so genuine to me.
Well, I didn't trust him, but he came through. And
I was
then
kind of
that's
like,
when
this guy's just
Stefan,
cool.
yeah. And then that's when Stefan, which granted we should have seen coming. That's when Stefan decides that he's going to so basically the Targaryens tell Dunk that he's going to need one more person to ride with him, and Stefan says that he is actually going to need 2 because the Targaryens offered they basically gave Stefan a offer that he could not refuse, and
No, they
he
offered him a
turned.
lordship.
Yes,
A
they
lordship.
offered him a lordship, and he joins the Targaryens, right? And then Dunk, in one of the, to me, coolest scenes in media. First, he's calm, but he's trying to get people to
Before
join
that, you gotta talk about Raymond where he goes, "Knight me."
Oh yes. So Raymond asks Dunk to knight him, but Dunk is going to try to get someone else to ride with him.
No, Dunk. No, here's the thing. Dunk is questioning whether or not he's actually a true knight. Can he knight him? Which is why Lionel comes up and he goes, "I'll knight him for you."
Baratheon knights him.
And
yes.
he's also questioning, is it fair to Raymond to make him a knight because he might die today?
Yeah.
Do I want to send my friend to possible death? That's the things you got to look at when you're watching this, bro, because that's the deepness of these scenes.
So he basically is like talking to the crowd, Dunk is. And before he says the, dope quote, there's this giant dude that like stands up and you think that he's going to join Dunk, but he farts, right? And I'm not going to lie to you.
That's an Umber. Mistaken. That's Lord Umber, I think.
Yeah. And that, makes me laugh. And then Dunk basically, I wouldn't say he gets passionate. I wouldn't say angry. I mean, he is kind of angry, but
he's definitely angry.
He's basically like, are there no true knights among you? And then the doors open. Baelor Targaryen. Okay, first of all, the Game of Thrones music plays, and Baelor Targaryen comes out, and he is there to ride with Dunk. And
he's the uncle. He's the uncle of the guy accusing Dunk.
Yes,
and the brother of his father, and also the Hand of the King.
Yeah, that's why it's a huge deal.
And like before that, I just gotta say, you didn't say it the right way. It's, are there no true knights among you?
I'm not going to scream because
that's the way you say it.
But the Game of Thrones music comes on, and Baelor comes out, and his family's like, questioning why he's riding with him, and he says that Dunk, protected the, innocent, maybe gods judge him, right? And then now, Roland, this is where you and me come in here. This is where we are now caught up to episode 5. And I wanted to ask you, first of all, Roland, what did you think of episode 5?
I fucking loved it. And I think that Baylor's speech in the beginning is great. I think it's awesome. I like the fact that Dunk and Raymond are both throwing up because they're like, "What the fuck?" And then all
listen,
the flashbacks.
if I'm
And we
in that
can
situation,
hold on, real quick. Let me just give my quick thoughts. And then
sure.
the flashback we can get into.
Sure.
For the actual battle, not battle, the fight, the trial, the night fight, dude, is the best night fight I've ever seen. I have never seen a motherfucker like throw a sword like a throwing knife at somebody, except for Aragorn when they're in Balin's fucking tomb. You know what I mean? And he throws it at an orc or goblin. But still, never seen anybody throw a sword like that in that way. Like, that was freaking wild. Like, yo, that was the best night fight I've ever freaking seen. It was awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
And, like, other than that, the ending was fantastic.
The ending of the fight or the ending of the episode?
The ending of the episode. We are talking spoilers for the newest episode of the show, but I would assume that you guys have all seen it by now. It has been almost a week. So,
Roland, here's what I want to ask you. I mean, I think that Baylor's dead because he has a giant hole in the back of his head.
He's dead, bro. No, he's dead.
But is there a chance that he's not dead though? Just because I don't want him to be dead. Damn, man. I don't want him to be dead though. Like, that's. But like, listen, you think that Dunk's hurt at the end of the episode, and then when Baylor takes his helmet off, and like homie has like a hole probably like the size of this baseball.
Yeah, half his
head back of his head. Yeah. And like,
bro, I tell you right now, I can tell you who's dead because I know what happens.
What do you know? Like,
I knew that Prince Baylor died.
How'd you know that though? Because of the book or what?
Because I watched Game of Thrones lore videos back in the day.
Oh, okay.
He's dead.
Dude's skull is crushed and his brain is everywhere. Yeah, no, true. So I just want to say
his fingers felt like wood. No. Can we talk about the flashback?
Well, that was what I was going to get into. I wanted to say first of all, that when it comes to media doing flashbacks, it depends on like when it's on like how it's done and when. But I haven't seen a show dedicate nearly half of the runtime to an episode of it just being a flashback since Arrow season 1. That was like the last time because like the second to last episode of Arrow season 1 is literally entirely a flashback. But so the point that I'm making is I like when flashbacks are done like done well. I think it serves, the plot of the story, right? And so, Roland, what'd you think of Rafe? Did you like her?
I think she's a retard. And that
we
was
talking
funny.
about Rafe Judkins?
No.
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 I think she's stupid. And it was literally she's purposely supposed to be stupid. She makes a dumb decision. And that dumb decision gets her
Yeah.
killed.
Yeah. Dude, that
Like,
death is.
the
I was
point of her
not
character.
expecting that. I was not expecting
I
that.
was.
I wasn't. Well, no. Okay.
This
I
is
was.
literally Game of Thrones, bro. Like, what are you talking about? This is the world of Westeros. Everybody sucks. Dunk's the only good person so far, other than Egg, that we've seen. And, bro, think about that fucking witch lady that was like, you're gonna fucking dragons and shit. Bro, I don't think that was her friend in the tournament. I think
No.
he's gonna have to kill Aegon eventually.
No, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Because there's no way they're gonna end this story in a good way. Aegon's gonna become king or some shit, and they're gonna kill him.
No. I don't want that. No. No.
I don't know
bro.
what happens past the book, but like
Nar.
no.
When does so how far into the book are we? Is only season 1 like the whole is that like the whole book or what?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, man. That's whack.
No, I think
That's
there's
whack.
more. I think there's more stories. I just think the first part is like only season 1.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I was kind of kind of worried. But no, I like the flashback. I didn't necessarily like Rafe is being kind of not so nice to, Dunk. Which I kind of thought to myself, but then so first, I thought to myself, I was like, why do you love her, Dunk? But then I thought to myself, oh, wait a second. I've literally been in those types of situations, and I thought to myself, okay, I can kind of see it because like Dunk is young, like he's
Well,
like
the girl who's retarded, so am I.
well, yeah, no, but like I'm saying though, like we literally, I'm sure that all of us have been there where we've been in Dunk's shoes. So I was thinking to myself like, okay, I can kind of see why he loves her.
If she didn't
But
grab
she
that
didn't-
knife, there wouldn't have been a problem.
Right. But from what I, understood from that flashback, she didn't really love him like that, bro. Like
No, she was clearly trying to like use him.
yeah. Like she didn't love him like
Bitches be
that.
tripping.
So, but yeah, I mean, like, I liked the flashback. And, um, I expected her to die, but not in the Zinner way that she died, where like she literally got she got her throat slit. And I also didn't really feel, I didn't feel bad. Like, I mean, granted, I couldn't cry in the
No,
brig
I didn't give
room.
a shit. I was like, see you later, bitch.
Right, like I kind of didn't care. I was like, oh,
Skater boy,
Rafe's
see you
dead.
later, boy.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Rafe's dead. Okay.
I don't care
but yeah,
about this character. I literally do not care about this character.
right. So, but I mean,
That's not like she was literally the same as the random girl that gets attacked by an orc in Minas Tirith during
yeah,
Return
yeah,
of the King. Like,
yep, yeah.
I just got to see that she was a bitch beforehand. Like, I don't really.
And she
Fuck her. Fuck her,
basically
I don't care.
kind of she basically kind of tells Dunk to like forget about his like mom and shit. And
Well,
it's like,
I mean, I would say the same thing too, homie. I'd be like, bro, you're like 16. Like, forget about your fucking mom. She ain't doing shit. She's probably not coming back.
yeah, but
She
you
probably
also
is
though
dead.
You would be nicer though about it. She was kind of mean to him.
I would not
Like,
be nicer about it because Roman, if you and I were little street urchins hanging out in Flea Bottom, I'd be like, bro, you are 16. I don't think he was like 16 when he got picked up, but I'd be like, bro, you're 12. It's been fucking 11 years. She's either dead or not coming back because why would she think you're alive? Let's fucking go and get some shit done. I wouldn't be like her where I'm like, let's run away and do all this other shit. I'm like, no, let's go fuck shit up, get our shit together, and then fucking dip.
yeah, she just wanted to dip instantly. Like she just wanted to go. And then she was like, once they get,
Can we talk
reejected
about
from what?
No, continue, I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say once they get rejected from leaving, she was like, now you have all of the time that you want to wait for your, dead mother. I was like, yo, that was mean as hell. Like that was like, god
It'd just be
damn.
crazy. But like
Yeah.
also, can we also talk about the fact that Sir Arlen is just in the background beating the shit out of motherfuckers while she's bleeding out on the floor and like this, and then he literally just stands up and he's like, "Get the